Hello, children. Good morning to one and all. So, welcome to the today's session. Today, we are going to learn a new chapter for grade 9, that is working of institution. So, what is this institution? Why we have to study this chapter? So, the important contents in this chapter are Office Memorandum, Mandal Commission, Opposition against the Mandal Commission, Political institution, Parliament, that is two houses of the Parliament, Executive and Judiciary. So you are going to learn about organs of the Parliament. Okay, organs of the government, that is legislative, executive and about judiciary, how they are playing very important role, and which organ access more power comparing to the other two organs, that you are going to learn in this topic as well as in this content. So in a democracy, the rules have to work within and with the institution. So in this process, they may across the three institutions in our country that plays a very important role in the taking of major decision for the country as well as for the development of a country. These institutions are called in the name of legislature, executive, and judiciary. So, in this chapter, we will understand how these institutions together carry on the work of the government, how they will carry on the work, who will take the major decision of the all rules and regulations there, and who will be the head, which organ access more power comparing to the other organs of the government. So according to that one, we will see one example in your textbook about how is the major policy decision taken. In what way we will take the major policies, laws, in which way, what is the procedure, you will see. So on August 13, 1990, the government of India issued an order. So it was called as a office memorandum. Office memorandum is nothing but a major policy decision taken by the government through an order or a procedure. So that we call in the name of office memorandum. So according to that one, so they set up one Mandal Commission. So according to that Mandal Commission, um, they wanted to find out economic backward classes which are there in our country. So the government of India had appointed a second backward class commission in the year 1979. So it was headed by the BP Mandal, who was popularly called as a Mandal Commission. So his name only kept for that commission. So why this Mandal Commission was being organized means, it was asked to determine the criteria on what basis they have to identify means which the person as well as the committees, those are belonging socially and educationally backward classes in our country, so that by giving certain what we can tell certain facilities, if they find out many of the communities as well as many of the families are not getting socially equality as well as educationally they are backward means, then the government of India, they will help to improvise as well as their standard living will be improvised by giving some facilities there. So that is why this Mandal Commission was been organized, and also some major steps were being taken. So this commission gave the report in the year 1980 and did many recommendations. Recommendation means some of the suggestions were being given to the government of India if they implement this commission throughout the country. So according to that one, 27% of government job should be reserved for social and economically backward classes. So this was one of the recommendation done by the Mandal Commission. and the benefit of job reservation extended from SC to ST to the third category called SEBC introduced. SEBC was been introduced. So these reports recommendation were being discussed in the parliament. So when this commission gave its report, then the next procedure for the executives as well as your representative, what they will do, they will call one session in the parliament and they will discuss about Mandal commission. So many parties and the parliamentaries kept the demanding for implementation of these demands, whatever recommendation were been given uh, by that Mandal commission. All the parties were been agreed when they called that session. So in 1989 Lok Sabha election, the Janata Dal party promised that if they will get a chance to form a government in the parliament, means then whatever your demands will be there, we will implement in the uh, during their tenure as well as during their period. So Janata Dal formed the government. As its leader, VP Singh became the prime minister of the country and took different measures to implement the commissioned report. So finally, this office memorandum was been implemented in the year 1990 on April 13. So this commission came into existence when VP Singh, when he became the prime minister of our country. So he took that initiative step to implement that policy as well as that commission there. So according to that one, the families which are belonging socially and educationally, if they are setting back, if they are not getting any kind of facility, means under this commission they will give this kind of facilities there. So I have told what are the highlighting points of this commission. Okay, and who was the head of that commission is BP Mandal. His name only kept for um, that commission, that is Mandal commission. So in 1980 the commission gave the suggestions to the parliament to implement, because many of the families were belonging to the social and economically backward classes. So when this was being implemented in the overall uh, country, the reaction was quite different. Instead of accepting that commission, many of the people violently they were against the government. So it was most hotly debated issue in the government when this Mandal Commission was being implemented in that particular in our country in the year 1990. The reaction of the people was very diverse as well as they were against to the government. The newspaper magazines were full of different views and opinion related to this issue. So each and every people they were over giving their views, they were giving their opinion regarding the Mandal Commission and reaction of the people. So it led to the many of the protest, counter protests. A counter means frequently protests were being taken place. Some became very violently in some places. So it affected the thousands of job opportunities which was um, recommended by that Mandal Commission. Some felt that because of inequality of reservation is very important, through this, those communities can reach at the top of the society. Others felt that it would make inequality in the opportunity while giving the facilities. Also, it may give the inequality for some people. It may give the some information as well as some equality will be not existed in the society. So in this way different kinds of views, the people reaction was been very violently, and they would be denied a job even though they could be more qualified. Even though they are more qualified means they will not get a correct job according to that one. So according to this issue, and people were totally against this policy, then which person as well as which organ will interfere to sort out between government as well as between the people there, which organ. So here judiciary will play a very important to sort out the problem which arise in between people and the government. If a government policies, if they are implemented in a country and people are not happy means, then the common people can go and case file against the government regarding this policy. So here court intervention um, was been there. So some of the people and the association opposed this field, and they filed the case against the government in the court. The Supreme Court of India bunched all the cases together. Many of the person individually can go and case the file against the government by giving some petition, and some association they started giving some they started case file against the government there. So together, the Supreme Court was decided that they will sort out the problem, and this case was known as Indira Sound Hai and others versus Union of India case. So in the name of this, the case was been filed, and Supreme Court they took that initiative step to sort out their problem. So for that, 11 judges were been appointed, and they all the 11 judges they started hearing the both arguments of the both side. So by the majority of judges in 1992 declared that the order of the government was been valid and asked the government to modify its original order. So from the both side, from the prosecution and from the defense, in the court, for the lawyers, the people those are fighting in the name of government, for them we call it as a lawyer, and another lawyer who has case filed against the government, for them we call it as a defense lawyer and prosecution. So these 11 judges, after hearing the both lawyers argument, they declared that the government has did a correct one, and they asked the government to do some modification in the original order only. So whatever recommendations were being given by that Mandal Commission, so do some changes in that one. So it said to well to do the person from the backward classes should be excluded from getting reservation. If they are getting any kind of reservation means, from them, if they are coming under the backward classes means that a reservation should not be given for those people. So the Department of Personal Training issued the order of office memorandum in the month of September 1993 on 8th. So in this way, the whatever major policies are being taken place in our country, in this way they will implement. And what will be the reaction after the seeing reaction, and if the people are if they file the case against the government means, then the Supreme Court and the High Court, according to that level of the government, they will take the initiative step to sort out the problem there. So finally, this Mandal Commission, whatever recommendations were being did by doing the modification in the year 1993, 8th September, this office memorandum was being circulated throughout the country, and even today also the Mandal Commission is being there. So this is in this way, the institution as well as the organs of the government, they will work in our country. The legislative, they will set some commissions to identify what kind of law we have to implement. So based on that recommendation only, they will call a parliament, that is executive, they will call the parliament sessions, and they will discuss in the parliament by getting the majority in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The law will be implemented in a country. If the people are unhappy regarding the policies means, then they can case file against the government in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, they will take all kind of decision, and if they find this policy is not good for the society means, then the Supreme Court is having authority to eradicate that policy or to do the modification. Okay, so they will tell that do the modification once again and then launch the policy as well as implement the policy in a country. By giving that decision, some modifications were being took place in the Mandal Commission, and in the year 1993 it was been implemented. So in the next class, I am going to discuss about who are the decision makers and why we need a parliament, why we need a political institution, what is parliament, what are the two houses. In the next class, I am going to explain. So I hope today's class you have understood. If you are having any kind of doubt, just pin your question in the group so that I will try my level best to sort out your problem. Signing out. Have a great day. Bye everyone. Be safe and be healthy.